Okay.
All right, congratulations to the eternal Pac-12 champion, Washington Dog Pills.
I can't believe it.
This cannot be real. I'm watching an advertisement for a Cheetos duster.
On the stream?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I guess Twitch knows my audience well.
I'm looking at what the hell it is right now. Wow. For people who enjoy the flavor of the Cheetos dust, it's a little Cheetos brand blender thing where you just blend Cheetos in there to make Cheeto dust.
Well, I'm glad I just finished eating.
I had no idea that that was a real thing, but apparently it is real and it advertises on your stream.
Cool.
Lamau.
So, how was your day?
Okay. I was genuinely surprised I'm top dasher again. I really didn't think that was going to happen.
They must think you're really, really good at your job.
Yeah, I didn't have 100 deliveries, but they're like, you had 100 deliveries last month. I'm like, you know what? I only didn't get it because of bullshit anyways, so I'll take it.
Is there any way they would be aware of that, or...
I've been thinking about it all day. The only thing I can think of is that if you don't hit the minimum deliveries, however, obviously the app does still keep track of your time, how much time you're spending working. So like my active time over this last week was 60 hours. And I didn't get enough deliveries to hit, but they're like, you know, what's in that much fucking time? Let's go ahead and give it to them. I want to believe.
Maybe. Oh yeah, 12-man, I completely forgot about that game. I didn't even know who won until you said it. I mean, obviously it doesn't really matter that much, but Liberty's undefeated, right? Liberty Bibberty went undefeated.
Oh, a holiday or something? Almost never happens.
What?
I'm looking at the promotions for tomorrow, and the value changes. However, from 3:30 p.m. tomorrow to 1:30 a.m. Sunday morning, that entire time period, there's delivery bonuses. I was like, is there a holiday tomorrow or something? Like, I'm never see that on just a regular old Saturday. It's nice though. I mean, I'll go out and here's hoping it pays off.
Hey, Big Tank. Indeed. It's pretty fucking fire tonight. I can't lie. I did not think that was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of overlap between Huskies fans, Seahawks fans, and Mariners fans. But after the way the Mariners season ended, and with how the last few weeks of the Seahawks season has gone, I'm sure that
Good to have something
Huskies,
to be happy about, yeah.
right, the Huskies game today was definitely a breath of fresh air.
have a waypoint. Okay.
Warning. Slayer threat level at maximum.
So I've randomly been reading a lot about the original Doom the last couple days because I'm playing this. And obviously the original Doom was before my time. I didn't play it until well after it was actually played as like a, oh, this is a great game thing. Now it's, you know, by the time I played Doom, it was like you played as a novelty. You know what I mean? I think you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And, you know, it's easy to forget how many things Doom did first before any other game. But you really look at the list of things that Doom did that had never been done before. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Big Tank, I like Joe Milton. I really like Joe Milton.
Emergency. Just dial 6 3 times.
And reading about it, it kind of takes you back. Do you remember when video games, the whole story would be in the instruction manual, and the game itself
Yeah.
had no story?
We'll be glad to assist
Yeah.
you.
I remember when instruction manuals were
BFG 10,000 is
such a different beast than they are now, you know, where they included lore about the game and it's about the game to where it's not just controls, but it's like, here, try this to, you know, do something better. Do this to look for Easter eggs and all that kind of shit, you know, back when they were booklets.
Yeah.
Those were great times, man, and I really miss having those.
10,000 is fired.
Right. Oh,
Now every game is like an unskippable tutorial to teach you how to play, but they forgot to put the story in there also. They only included part of what used to be in that book.
like, because I had forgotten this. I guess the storyline behind Doom was you play as a Marine who had gotten demoted because he beat up his superior officer.
Warning. BFG
Uh,
10,000 is fired.
Yeah, that sounds right.
There's nothing to indicate it in the game. You have to read the instructions.
Right.
And I kind of missed that. Those instruction books are cool.
Warning. BFG
Definitely.
10,000 is fired.
Yeah, the Cow Demons and their
Warning.
Uh,
BFG 10,000 is fired.
other ones who like it, I don't know if you've faced that enemy yet, but they take a lot of damage from, I don't know if it's just any form of the ballista or if it's a special upgrade, but
Warning.
Super good
BFG
again.
10,000 is fired.
it's good. Scarecrow Bar, how much are you selling it for?
Warning. BFG 10,000 is fired.
Well, are you aware that thanks to currently ongoing deals, you know, Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff, even though it's like, you'd think it would be over, but it's still, you know, still ongoing kind of thing. Anyway, the point is, you get a lot of laptops for less than that right now.
Yeah, but his is a gaming laptop. I don't think you could get a gaming laptop for that little.
I'm gonna Google the exact specifications of what he's talking about.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of Penix right now. Is he not that good, or is he injured, or what? Like, something's not right and hasn't been right for about 2 months.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
I don't think we have the defense to compete with Georgia as good as the defense played the last couple games.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing. Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
350 Ti.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
Oh, a Pain Elemental. I think that's new. I don't think I've placed one of those yet.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing. Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
Oh, damn it. I missed. Screwed that up.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
Okay, looking into it, I retract my previous statement. $500 is a very good deal on what he's asking for. But I would say hold on to it for a little while. Just because I think other people would have the same thought process that I had, where they're like, oh, with the deal's on, I'm sure I could get that for cheaper. I think a lot of people would maybe balk at the price, even though that absolutely is fair. So
Yeah, to be clear, Scarecrow Bar, I don't know what you were expecting, but Snacks is not gonna buy it. He's just he wasn't looking it up to be
Oh.
like, oh, should I buy this or not?
no. Yes, I am not in the market for a laptop.
10,000 is firing.
I hope I didn't give you that impression. I was just trying to see
Yeah,
if
8
that's a
gigs.
competitive price or not.
8 gigs is not going to cut it for gaming anymore. 8 gigs barely cuts it for like my work laptop.
He said he has an additional, so the total would be 16. Which is
Schematics show a maintenance hatch on the bridge.
Warning,
somewhat
BFG 10,000
decent.
is firing.
For the absolute peak of stuff nowadays. For people who are not very interested in playing, like Doom Eternal, since Joker's playing it right now, is actually a great example. 16 gigs is fucking plenty to play this.
Warning, BFG 10,000
The brand newest shit that's definitely trains the system, stuff like Dead Space remake. Maybe not as good, but still helps. the most important things I learned when I was taking a class for the CompTIA A+, is modifying a laptop. I almost feel like when they tell you that it's a super complicated process and oh you shouldn't fuck around with that, blah blah blah. It's almost like they're trying to keep like a trade secret or something and get people to not think that it's simple. I don't view it as being any more difficult than tearing apart a desktop after going through that class, being like, didn't seem that crazy.
Yeah, so I watched the end of the Nuggets Suns game, and the Nuggets do not have Jamal Murray still, and they're still smoking fools. It's pretty impressive.
Right. Jamal Murray did return from injury, but I don't think he played tonight for load management reasons. Lamau. Also, Wembanyama, with his first of many official injuries, missed the game tonight.
I mean, there's got to be at least a 90% chance that he has major problems later in the year, right?
Yes, this was an injury to his hip. It's like, all right, lower body, it begins. Yeah, Jamal Murray did not play today for load management reasons, right? And like I was telling you, that Jokic game was absolutely nuts. With 16 assists, he ties his own record for the fourth most assists by a center in an NBA game. And of the top 15 games
That control pod contains
for most
character
assists in a game for
selections.
center in NBA history,
I'm lowering it for you now.
15 games. The other 5 is Wilt Chamberlain 4 times, and then Domantas Sabonis 1 near the end of last season, I think it was.
Warning. Mars surface targeted.
Yeah, I've often wondered
Obviously.
about that big country. Like, obviously, there's a correlation between your height and how successful you are with women. The taller you are, the more successful you are. I'm wondering if there's a point where you're just like a freak. Like, do women look at Victor Wembanyama and think, "Oh, that's just freaky," or are they actually super
Yes.
attracted?
Would you like me to discuss safety protocols?
They think Wemby is like creepy and weird because what it all has to do with is when it comes to height, the bigger the better, 100% absolutely.
The
However,
button
it has
says
to be in a
self-destruct.
ratio
Should move ahead.
of you can't look extremely lanky, and that's Wemby's problem. Like for Halloween, he literally dressed up as Slender Man. He's rail fucking thin, and he just looks like he has insanely long limbs. And he is creepy and weird looking. But if he had that exact same height, but his physique was like prime Arnold Schwarzenegger, he would be looked at as being the greatest sex god to ever walk the earth, basically.
So
Women would
Jokic
fall over
is.
themselves to get at
So
this
what
guy.
about someone like Jokic?
At.
Like who's an NBA player that's like 7 feet tall plus that you think has the right build? Is there one, or are they all like lanky? Like
Does Giannis sort of count? Because he's like 6'11".
Yeah, he's 6'11.
And I think Embiid. Dwight was 6'10", but remember how yoked he was when he was on the juice.
And we know about his many conquests.
Yes. Had more fucking bastard children running around than Sean Kemp. NBA record.
I guess Karl Malone. I mean, Karl Malone's only 6'9", but he was probably pretty good in that area.
Yeah. Yeah, he was absolutely fucking yoked. Guy was out of his mind.
Could you imagine if somebody like Wembayama was actually like yoked for his
That
height?
would Yeah, that would be crazy to see. Like if he just had that young Shaq build going on at his height, he'd be unstoppable. For the 30 games a year he would play.
Yeah, it's like that. What
Or-
do they call it? Hold on. There's this thing in physics.
Gravity.
Hold on. Let me check something here. It's called the square cubed law. The square cube law. Like, at a certain point you just get too big. Like at a certain point it's just not feasible for your body to
Right.
be able to hold itself together. I think that's what it's called. It's the square cube law. Like how if there was a human being who was 50 foot tall, they would just it wouldn't work. They wouldn't be able to just like live their life. They would just fall apart.
Right.
Yeah, at this point, like the way Oregon was playing before tonight, I don't want to discount this team from being able to do anything. Like they might be over. I mean, like Oregon was playing better than FSU was lately. Oregon was playing better than Ohio State recently. Well, Big Country, all I can tell you is that you're very unlucky because that is actually really impressive.
Yeah, I used to work with a guy at the gas station. He was 6'4", and this guy, let me tell you, he fucking looked like Ron Jeremy. Like he had the mustache going on, he had the mullet. It was, and also the fatness. It was not attractive. I would look at this dude and I'd be like, God damn, dude, you are not an attractive man. In spite of that, the dude played. Like he had no game to fucking speak of. I mean, unironically, dude was like his entire life concept of self, all that shit just revolved around video games, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I'm just trying to sit here and think about it like, how the fuck is a guy who's not at all attractive, who works at a gas station and doesn't give a shit about anything in his life other than video games, playing this much?
Man,
So I had to ask him one day, I'm like, I don't understand it, man. Do you just have like the world's greatest hog? Like, what's going on here? He's like, nah, I'm pretty average. I was like, what the fuck then, man? Like, he's like, I don't know. Usually I just ask chicks if they want to bang, and there it goes. Like, I never had problems. I was like, what the fuck? So I 100% attributed it to him being tall. I'm like, there's no way that if this guy was like 4'10", there's no way he'd have the same look.
well, then he'd be in a circus. Like, that's not fair. Then he'd
No,
be
he'd
the world's shortest man. Exhibit.
be the world's tallest midget. No. Four foot 10 is almost the average male height in like Guatemala and places like that.
And that's
There's
why
so
white
many-
people move there.
Exactly. There's so many short.
They're fat, right? Like, they're not, like...
Well, I don't know. I don't know about Guatemala, but Mexico has a higher rate of obesity than the United States. They're closing in on one of the most obese countries in the world. The most obese country in the world right now is I can't remember which, but it is a Middle Eastern country where over half the adult population is obese.
Isn't it Saudi Arabia?
It would be funny if it was, but I know it's not them. It's like
Qatar.
I want to say, yeah,
Somebody in chat
wanted
said
to-
Qatar.
I wanted to say Qatar. Let me check. Highest rates of obesity. Hang on. Okay, so wow. You have to remove various Pacific islands from the equation because literally the top 13 are all Pacific islands.
Is the food there too
Uh,
good or something?
Well, I mean, like number 2, and it's damn close, is Samoa. So like that kind of shit. Just genetically predisposed to it. Nauru number 1, American Samoa number 2, Cook Islands, Palau, Marshall Islands, French Polynesia, Tuvalu. I'm just gonna spell this country. I don't know how to pronounce it. Niue. Kiribati, Tonga, Federated States of Micronesia, Tokelau, Samoa. So not American Samoa, but just Samoa. And then, oh, did we jump up? Did COVID ruin it? 14th, the United States is being the first non-Pacific Islander country. I think it's because we had let a bunch of Pacific Islanders in and they're pushing our numbers up.
Gun bridge granted.
COVID
then
it makes sense.
And after United States is Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia,
Although,
New Zealand,
I'll say this.
Australia.
Technically, I'm obese. But going by BMI. So I'm wondering what criteria they use. Because I don't consider myself obese, but by BMI, I actually am.
Well, that's fair too.
So I'm wondering what criteria they use. Like, I'm just barely what they consider to be obese. And we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one.
Oh, yeah, they're using BMI. NCD risk factor collaboration, worldwide trends in body mass index, underweight, overweight, and obesity from
UAC mortally challenged blood
blah
drive.
blah blah, full analysis of and blah blah, etc. So yeah, they're using BMI.
Of your blood.
Let's see, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Malta, Bermuda, Jordan, Hungary, Puerto Rico, United Arab
The
Emirates.
lowest, like North Korea or something?
Scroll down to the lowest. You were close.
The ion catapult
Vietnam.
to use only approved UAC ammunition.
Vietnam has the lowest rates of obesity in the entire world. Just barely missing out on lowest in the world. So second lowest is Uganda.
Do you know the way?
3, 2,
Exactly.
1.
No, this is actually genuinely hilarious because you fucking called it. Like the lowest rates of obesity in the world are all either Southeast Asian countries or African countries. Vietnam, Uganda, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Eritrea, Burundi, Malawi, Bangladesh, the gamer word, Burkina Faso, Timor-Leste, Nepal, Cambodia, India, Kenya, Sri Lanka, Madagascar, Chad, Afghanistan, Mozambique. Goddamn. These are all countries with obesity rates below 3%.
Think about what it must be like to be obese in those countries.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only obese people are just like the guys running the country. Maybe he just didn't talk much. No, that was not the case, JS, believe me. He would never shut up, constantly talking about he was a huge fan of the Destiny franchise. So he would just constantly talk about, that was like all he talked about. Like,
I'm thinking about that
goddamn.
meme with the guy like getting really close to that woman trying to explain something to her and she's just like really confused. You know what meme I'm talking about?
I can think of many different examples of exactly the meme you're talking about. Yes, I'll send you a few.
Like that's one of the ones. I don't think it was a basketball game, it's a baseball game. But yeah.
Yeah, that was the exact one I was thinking of that you sent, and then here's another example.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically that, except somehow it actually works out the way that they were hoping it would.
Did he drive a Lamborghini?
No, like, I mean, he worked at a gas station. He drove a filthy and very used Kia minivan SUV thing. I don't know what the brand or what the model is, but it was a Kia something, and it was Kia something, and it was covered in anime stickers. I'm gonna use an anime word here. You know the whole Moe thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bunch of anime stickers with Moe in.
So he was a humongous loser.
Yeah. Fucking absolutely. And yet, humongous loser was like, seriously, he was fucking killing it. Like, I think it's also that he had no standards whatsoever, and he was actively banging a ton of broads that none of us would even think about touching. I don't mean hideously unattractive. I mean, here's an example. There was this one crazy ass Puerto Rican broad, but I repeat myself. But yeah, lunatic fucking Puerto Rican broad who worked at a restaurant nearby, and he was 100%. He was completely a fucking psycho. And even though she would come on to like all of the rest of us, none of us were gonna fucking play that shit. Because the last time she had a boyfriend, he got the fucking gas station involved to have him arrested. Homie didn't do fucking nothing wrong. She got him arrested for domestic violence when he was the one that got fucking stabbed by her. And like she had a ton of fucking face and neck tattoos, all this kind of shit. She had like 6 different kids, all different fathers. Had no filter either. Like it was that same boyfriend that she would go on and later stab. She would routinely come in during the graveyard shift and complain to us. Like I remember one time it was my turn. I'm like, oh god. Like whatever, I'm getting paid, and she's just ranting and raving. Like I'm not even fucking listening. I got my earpiece in, just blasting fucking metal. So I'm like, that's all I fucking care about. But on and on, she's going on. She's like, I don't know. I really don't like this guy, you know, because like I work with him, and you know, he doesn't listen to me. He never listens to me about my feelings and the way that I feel and think about stuff. But I let them blow loads in me, and that's just it's totally all right with me. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, lady? So yeah, this fucking shining beacon of womanhood. When she went up to him and was like, "Hey, want to smash?" He was like, "Absolutely." So like we were all trying to tell him, "Bro, no, you will die. You like you're gonna end up in jail, man." Like this is a horrendous idea, but
Well,
I mean, how fucking unlikely is that when you think about it? Just the broad I described, insane Puerto Rican broad, 6 kids, all of them bastard children, all of them with different fathers. She been in jail a bunch, fucking stabbed her last boyfriend and all this kind of shit, and okay, now she's banging the fat dude that looks like Ron Jeremy, with a bunch of fucking Moe anime stickers all over his fucking. How the hell did that happen? I'm just trying to imagine the two of them. Goddamn.
oh damn it, I missed it. Oh shit, how did they kill me? Thinking about it, it's really weird that this is a Doom game that doesn't give you the pistol. Like, I wonder what the logic was behind that decision to just not have a pistol.
It was the chainsaw giving you ammo, because in 2016, the pistol, it's what you used while you were looking for ammo, because it had infinite ammo. But then they said, well, we didn't like that mechanic, we thought it slowed down the game too much, so then we gave, when you used the chainsaw, they spit out a ton of ammo. And it's because the pistol, just by necessity, definition, what it is and all that kind of shit, has to be, weak, especially much weaker than, other weapons. But when you go to use it, it would just slow the game down. However, that's just their thought process and what led to that decision. I don't agree with it because I loved the pistol. I love pistols in general. Like, that again is one of the things I hated a lot about Red Dead 2 is that they would often have moments where they forced you to use certain weapons during a mission. I'm all like, fuck that. I'm playing a goddamn cowboy. I'm just gonna use a revolver. That's the whole point. Three. So, yeah.
Yes, there was a moment that was kind of like that in Baldur's Gate 3, except instead it was an ogre and like a cow or something.
Oh yeah. Bugbear. Because it was a lady ogre with bugbears are basically wolfmen, kind of a thing. In Red Dead 1, a Mexican guy boning a peasant and her screaming Viva Mexico. I think that was like the guy who was the revolutionary leader or something. I'm trying to remember the story. It's been a long time since I played Red Dead 1.
Did anybody ever play Red Dead Revolver? I actually have that game. It's interesting. It's not good, but it's interesting.
Yes, a long time ago.
I am eating someone's ass tonight. But Red Dead Revolver was pretty interesting. It's kind of crazy that one of the best franchises of the current era of gaming came from a game that was that shoddily made. Let's see here. Alright, guys, I will be right back, taking a short break. Okay, I am back. I heard about that, David. You know, there's part of me that actually finds that really refreshing, that a player's just willing to say that, and it's not even that big of a deal. Like, it's just like, yeah, we suck. I don't know how anybody could really be that upset about that. Like,
I mean, remember the Dream Team
yeah.
when Charles Barkley got in trouble? He was like, well, I don't know who Angola is, but they're in trouble. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what Angola
and
is
people were
either.
upset. Right, and people were fucking upset that he said that. And it's all like, what the fuck you want him to do? Lie? Like, yeah, you know, they're like, oh, I know that your team's awful, but you're not supposed to say that your team's awful. It's so stupid.
So I have been completely unable to sleep the last like 3 nights. Like, I just really have not gotten good sleep. I was gonna actually start season 1 of The Boys with my dad today, but I just couldn't get out of bed. By the time I got out, I was too busy doing other stuff. It was too late, so I'm probably gonna start it today, being Saturday. But I just haven't been able to sleep for shit lately.
I sympathize. It's really hard for me to sleep if I don't use the fuck, I'm not gonna bother looking up for what the active ingredient is, but I typically use VV Quill.
Yeah, I might use some of that tonight, because I do have some of that.
Well, it's not addictive, so don't worry about that in terms of what I'm about to say. I cannot sleep without it. Like, I can fall asleep without it, but most of the time it takes a hell of a long time unless I'm exceptionally tired. And to be exceptionally tired, I have to have stayed up for a very long time. You know, like be approaching like 24 hours a week.
Yeah.
And even when that happens, when I go to sleep, the big problem when I haven't used the stuff is that I can't stay asleep. So I'll wake up after like 3 or 4 hours, and I'm fucked now. Like I can't get back to sleep. Which you know is a miserable experience. Almost worse than not sleeping at all.
So, because the Huskies won tonight, they're not going to play again for like a month, right? Because the playoff doesn't start till January. Which I think must be the stupidest thing about college football. And there are some stupid things. They let the team take a month off, and then they expect them to play their best football after getting that long off. It's like,
the slip gate will take you to Sentinel Prime, where
goddamn.
the priest is hiding.
I don't know, there's something very flawed about that. Like, there's got to be some way where you can take like a week off, then you play your playoff game, then you take another week off and you play the championship game. That seems like common sense to me. You know, maybe that book needs to be made required reading for everybody. Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Needs to be more of that. How does Iowa score any points against Michigan? Like, aren't they just going to put up 0 points and go home? You know how the BFG works in the original Doom? The way they were able to not make the game crash whenever you fired it? The logistics of how they made the BFG in the original Doom do what it did. I was reading about that earlier today. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's
It's like
a lot
there's
of
like
neat stuff
600
involved.
bullets that move from where you're standing forward from wherever you are as the beam passes through. It's actually kind of interesting how they put that together. Like, man, those guys are pretty smart.
The portal ahead will take you to Sentinel Prime, where the Hell Priest Dane Grav is waiting.
Oh, was that the end of the level? Is this the end of the level? That was quick. Yeah, it was. I beat that in less than an hour. Nice. The BFG level was actually pretty short. Hey, why are they letting me in? I thought I was here to kill the priest and they're trying to stop me. What's going on here, motherfuckers? Wasn't Russell Wilson's Wisconsin team the team that lost to Michigan State with Kirk Cousins on that Hail Mary? I think I remember that. Kirk Cousins hit a Hail Mary at the buzzer to win.
We found him in the valley, just outside the castle walls. He was badly wounded and wearing this.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
He has fight in him yet.
In spite of his injuries.
Send him to the arena. Let him be judged like the others.
Is this a flashback? I'm confused. Yeah.
Yes, it's a flashback.
I know this game like ties the entire Doom lore together. Like it makes it so that like Doom 2016 is a distant sequel, and Doom 3 fits in, and like they made it so that this game fit in with everything else, but I'm a little confused as to how exactly.
Doom 1 and 2, Doom guy is the Space Marine on Mars who's just kicking ass, and the line that he had there in the flashback talking about the huge guts references Doom comic where a Doom guy goes insane and just wants to fucking kill people.
Who could blame
Where Rip and Tear, that's where Rip and Tear came from. Let me look it up right now. Yeah. Here we go. You were huge. That means you have huge guts. Rip and tear your guts. So that's where Rip and Tear comes from. And that's the flashback, is that the people that you're fighting now are just corrupted, what used to be angels. And Doom guy got recruited by the used to be angels after the incident where he was kicking ass as Space Marine Doom guy. He got recruited to be like a Knight Templar group on galactic level, whatever the fuck kind of explanation they have going on. And
I pity the humans. I do. Theirs is a hard role to play.
yeah.
But I too have a world to save.
Yeah.
Without their
Now I forget how Doom 3 ties in everything, 'cause Doom 3 is kind of like its own thing.
Yeah. I think they found a way to galaxy brain it into being like a distant sequel, but I'm not sure exactly.
always been done. It is not for you to deny us our chance at prosperity.
You know, it's for a long time Doom, you know, in Doom you go to hell, so it proves the existence of hell. And you fight demons, so it proves the existence of demons and like the devil.
Right.
And I don't know if you ever fight Satan himself, but it implies the existence of all that, but you never go to heaven. You never meet God. Like, what's up with that?
Well, you basically do in this game, but that's what's really one of the things I took huge umbrage with when it came to the story is that the game genuinely dances around Christian concepts for like the entire franchise. Exactly like you said, you go to hell, you fight demons. On multiple occasions, you fight boss demons, which at one time or another basically get called the devil.
Yeah.
Fuck, I mean, some of the demons' names have devil in it. You know, the Cyber Demon final boss is basically considered like the fucking professor guy that you fought as the boss in the Resurrection of Evil ending. You know, lots of different kind of shit like that, but just like you said, you don't go to heaven, you don't meet God or angels or nothing like that. But then that's what you do here. Like, the person who's in charge of heaven is called the Maker, which is an elected position among the angelic race of beings. And
I mean, after everything that Doom Guy has gone through, doesn't he deserve to go to heaven at the end of all this?
The demons
I agree.
are everywhere.
I just thought it was so stupid, especially with the story of the like angelic order of warriors that they have him join here.
The others he speaks of.
Yes, he agrees.
Yeah, the Khan Maker is who God is supposed to be, basically.
If Sentinel
The leader of-
I mean, I understand that putting God in a video game is going to be off-putting sometimes. Like, that's why they didn't want, in Star Trek V, Shatner wanted them to meet God at the end of that movie, and the studio said that that's going to alienate people. But in this series, I think it would be fine.
And I do agree with you there. I think it's like the dumbest fucking thing in the world that, you know, you can go to hell and demons and stuff, but like you're not allowed to have heaven as the good guys. And I say that because, you know, you do go to what the Doom universe calls heaven. You do go there as one of the levels in the game. The story is that the Khan Maker person, like I said, it's an elected position among their alien race thing. And it's supposed to be like a 2,000-year term, but this person has already been in that position for 10,000 years because they declare state of emergency or whatever so they can Palpatine it and just be in power forever. But apparently the way that they, you know, get a lot of the technology and power and energy and everything is from human souls. And the way that that works is that only the demons have the ability to like extract the souls and harvest it. And then the demons, through a corrupt deal that the Khan Maker made, give that the soul energy to the heaven people, who then refine it into the powerful energy source. So, in exchange for that powerful energy source, they allow the demons to invade hell, or invade Earth, basically anytime they want, so they can go collect souls and all this kind of crap. So they can keep their racket going on all this shit. So that's, you know, the Khan Maker then becomes an antagonist in this game is because since they wanted to stay in power, they're responsible for all this human suffering. So Doom Guy's like, well, that means I have to fight you then. You're evil. So he goes to heaven to go fight her. And it's I just thought it was dumb as shit because I'm all like, you can't have heaven be filled with good guys and the Doom guys working for angels or God or anything. I'm like, can't you just fucking come out and say it? and have the old king guy who was in charge of like the Templar order that Doom guy joined. Is like he's the last member of or whatever the fuck. And he's being guided by the ghostly vestiges of the old guy in all this crap. I'm like, couldn't you just rewritten the game and just have that be Jesus or something? Like,
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
come on, man. Exactly. It's like you're right there. Why are you allowed to use hell and have demons and Satan be the bad guys, but you're not allowed to use heaven and have God be good? I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, sorry for the lore dump of all these spoilers, but, I mean, 1 is the Doom game, number 2, they executed the story really badly in this game. Good. It's like, I was talking with Unreal about it when the game came out, I'm all like, man, why didn't they just come out, like, he felt the exact same way. He's like, yeah, there's major Christian vibes throughout the entire game if you're paying attention to that story, but then they don't want to actually just... They were too scared to go the distance.
Yeah, because I know for a fact that in the Doom comics, it's made explicit that Doom guy is a Christian, or Catholic, rather.
Yeah.
So, they acknowledge the existence of things like that.
Yeah, it's just really stupid. Anyway, so yeah, interesting news. I know everybody's talking about who's going to win the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes, but there's a lot of shit on the table in terms of teams that could have gotten them that, you know, they may not have considered before. There's a lot of folks that are saying, well, he wants to stay on the West Coast, this, that, and the other thing. And apparently the Blue Jays are emerging as a potential spot for him to end up.
Yeah.
So it's all like, if he would fucking sign with the Blue Jays, like, he'd go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So every team that doesn't make a concerted effort to get Ohtani this offseason has no excuse. Like, they're going to try to say, oh, he just didn't want to come here because he wanted to be closer to Japan. But if he signs in fucking Canada...
Especially since, you know, and basketball players complain about this shit all the time, because I don't know if other sports do it the same way, but the way that NBA pay works is that you get paid based off of the tax deductions, you know, the taxes you owe, is based off of where the game was played. So, you know, you have 41 home games a season, but those 41 road games, you have to, you know, have your accountant and all that paying attention to how much you make per game, you know, it's how your contracted salary is divvied up and everything. You make this amount per game. Well, for those road games, then you have to pay the taxes according to where it was that you played that game. So people who play a road game in Canada constantly complain, all like, yeah, dude, those Canadian taxes suck so much ass. You know, I just get raped every time we play the Raptors. It fucking sucks. And it's a huge reason why the Raptors are never able to get anybody in free agency, is because no one wants to have to pay Canadian taxes. They lose so much of their money. So, you know, Shohei Ohtani's talking about, you know, people are saying, oh yeah, he's going to get a $500 million contract. They're going to pay him $500 million. And it's all like, he'd sign with the fucking Blue Jays, he'd have to pay like $300 million in taxes. It's a horrible idea. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm not doing any damage to him. It's not what I want. I can't damage him. There must be some trick here that I don't understand. He doesn't have his shield anymore. Why is he invulnerable? That didn't, the BFG didn't damage him. Okay, there must be some trick. How? Damage.
You know, I think the Mariners should make a run at Otani. And in order to free up cap space for him, they should release every single player on the team and just have Shohei play by himself.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, now he's taking damage. What was I doing wrong the first time? Yeah, now he's taking damage, no problem. I feel like I ran into a glitch or something. Like, he just would not take damage.
But yeah, I gotta talk about that shit when we're off stream so they don't kill me. Lay heart attack gun.
The bomb killed the people?
I just want to make a rice cooker. You sort of did.
You haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Oh god. Oh man, that's good stuff.
It's
I
kind of
actually love.
Go ahead.
I actually love that Truman scene that you showed me. was fantastic. When he pulled out the fucking handkerchief, that was beautiful. I really hope that happened in real life.
Supposedly did. I read about this. Kind of wild. You can get Gary Oldman to play for one scene. Gary Oldman's an Oscar winner now, man.
To me, he's always gonna be the villain from The Fifth Element.
What about the villain from Leon the Professional?
Everyone.
I always associate him the most with Commissioner Gordon.
Same, because obviously the Nolan Batman films were goated. But anytime I hear from somebody and they say some Harry Potter shit, obviously they're talking about the movies, but I just can't help but say, read another book.
When I read the books, for some reason I thought Sirius Black was black because his last name is Black. So when I saw the movies, I was very confused.
I thought his name was Seriously Black.
Whoa, that mission was... I beat that mission in like 20 minutes. It was just literally
Nice.
boss fights. Yeah, this game's actually going to be over pretty quickly then.
Yeah, as you get closer to the end of the game, a lot of levels are like that, where it's just like non-stop prepping you for, and then the act of the boss fights. Like, when you go to Heaven area, you barely fight anybody. They're just like, okay, here, if you headshot this enemy, then they spew a whole bunch of ammo out at you. And then they give you a few stages so that you can practice that.
If you had let the culling
And then you fight the con maker.
the human race you fight to protect would have survived. Now I will resurrect the icon of sin. He will devour Earth and leave your whole world in ruins. Life on your planet shall never return. And this will be yet another world.
Fifth Element. That just made me think of Bruce Willis, who can't even remember what his wife looks like anymore.
This
Poor guy.
will now serve as your prison.
I also hate how his daughter is taking videos of him for fucking internet clout, so that we can see how much the dementia has ravaged his mind.
I haven't watched any of them. I don't think I would want to.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Most of the comments are basically people being like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you putting him through this and putting this fucking internet? I would hate if my daughter did something like this. And I'm like, yeah, I feel the exact same way. Women have to be stopped. These hoes be out of control.
She didn't know you had the demonic crucible. In the end, the very power source you sought to eradicate from Earth is now what will help you save it.
The mission on Sentinel Prime was a success. The demonic consumption of Earth has been stopped.
Only a Slayer's Crucible blade can stop a Titan. You must get to the Sentinel city of Taras Nabad to retrieve your Crucible before it is too late. Without it, the Titan cannot be stopped.
Setting the portal to Taras Nabad.
No, that's very interesting. What I most remember about Deshaun Jackson is that one time that report came out that he was trying really hard to convince his teammates in the locker room to start up a competition to see who could get the closest to sucking their own dick.
Oh yeah, he was the villain in True Romance too. I forgot about that.
Deshaun Jackson?
No, Gary. Yes. 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 married to Uma Thurman for 3 years.
I hope they didn't have any kids.
Jeez.
Because I mean, if they had a kid, then it would end up creating a Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino collaborative film. That child is the star.
I mean, I do unironically want Christopher Nolan to direct a Bond movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be pretty
fun.
nice.
And
I
I
agree.
do want Quentin Tarantino to direct a Star Trek movie, so there's never another one made again.
This is the Resistance Network.
Fantastic.
Broadcasting live from inside the Arctic safe zone. There was a
Although, actually, you know what? The last one they made wasn't that bad. Star Trek Beyond was okay. I shouldn't be mean. All right. Yeah, if the Rams win this week, I think it's time to stop. I think it's time to basically forget about it. And you know what? At this point, I'm not really that mad about that, but it is gross that god-awful Rams roster is actually going to make the playoffs over the Seahawks. It's a tremendous indictment on this coaching staff.
Yeah, if the Rams beat the Browns, oh yeah, that would definitely be something.
Usually beating the Browns is a given no matter
Your
who you are.
crucible is still embedded in the
Seriously.
Titan that attacked this Sentinel City. Your first
And you know what else is a given is that no matter what, the Browns will eventually end up beating you.
of the Slayer began.
Yeah,
I
especially
think
after,
we've all been there.
especially after
Exactly.
Taco Bell dollar.
Exactly. Now, imagine the Rams win and the Niners win.
I mean, we're not catching the Niners. We already know that. We've been thinking about that.
Well, I know, but like just to really rub it in.
Yeah.
More to the point, after the Rams game, the next opponent you play is the Eagles, right?
Well, no. We've already played the Rams twice this year. We played the Niners, then we played the Eagles. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, my bad. After this upcoming or the game that you just played, the next one is against the Eagles.
No. Next game is Niners, then Eagles.
Okay. So, all right, never mind. The timelines were a little messed up there. What I was gonna say is if the Niners beat the Eagles this week, thinking that the Eagles were the next Seahawks opponent, be like, well, you know, and they're gonna come back and be on the fucking warpath trying to get their win back, and would pulverize the fucking Hawks.
Yeah, exactly. This is we're not having fun right now.
Right.
But so it is. My college team is in the playoff. The final meaningful playoff ever in college football, because next year they expanded to 12 teams, and it's going to be really stupid. Some shitter teams that have no business laying a claim to best team in the country are going to be able to.
Yeah, like Auburn.
Like, the problem with the old system would be that at the end of the regular season, they just let the 2 best teams in, and then the 3rd best team would be like, wait a minute, this isn't fair, we're the best team. Because some years, the 3rd best team would actually win all their games. Like, in 2005, Utah won every game, and didn't make the championship game because USC and Oklahoma also won all their games. But when there are 4 teams in the playoff, that's enough. The 5th best team has no claim to being the best team. Like, the 5th best team always has at least 1 loss. Like, if you win all your games, you're going to make it in a 4-team playoff. You don't need 12 teams. 12 teams getting in means that some years a team with 3 losses will get in. Like, you shouldn't be able to lose that many games and still get in. 4 was fine. Rewarding mediocrity. Fucking participation trophies.
Yeah, fuck it. No one's listening except Big Country and Seahawks David, anyway. Plus, if they're gonna kill me for it, whatever. The guy that stabbed Derek Chauvin,
Oh,
stabbed
yeah,
him,
I heard about this, yes.
stabbed him 22 times, and the guy's an FBI informant. Now, where Chauvin got stabbed, he had recently been moved to a new place, quote-unquote, for his own safety. The move came, and the stabbing came less than 24 hours after Chauvin made his first public statement since being incarcerated, where he pointed out that Floyd's autopsy was suppressed. In the suppression of the autopsy, wherein the official autopsy says George Floyd's cause of death was massive heart attack brought on by fentanyl overdose. So less than 24 hours after that, suddenly they move him to a new area for his own safety, and he gets stabbed 22 times by an FBI informant.
Absolutely insane.
It doesn't take fucking Matlock to put this one together, like, what the... Good grief. Yeah, Big Country and David probably weren't even listening, so I think I'm in the clear.
You're okay. You're fine.
Exactly. No,
You're good.
not this time, guys.
Not today, see.
Jesus. In your little weapon inventory menu thing, did you look at your ballista thing?
Oh, ballista.
Because I want to see what the upgrades you have for it are. Yeah, the Arbalest, there you go.
I have so many points, I'll just buy both of these, I guess.
Well, you don't have to. I was looking at it because I was going to tell you that the Arbalest thing that energy projectile that embeds in demons then explodes. That thing is another way to kill the floating guys, the Cacao demons, and then I think it's the pain elemental you said or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, they show you in the thing there, and a little preview of what it does. It does hella damage to those guys. Now, making them swallow a grenade is an instant glory kill, so if you need the health, that's the better move. but shooting him with the arrow thing just kills him outright. So if you're like, I just need him dead, it's a better move. Also, spend some of your weapon upgrade points on your super shotgun. Because then the little harpoon thing sets them on fire, and super helpful. Oh, and a combat tip for fighting the Marauder, like right now, is any explosive weapon, like the grenade, and then also rocket launcher, anything like that. If you shoot him, it's like if you shoot his shield, obviously it'll block it. But if you shoot it like behind him, so that the explosion hits behind him, it staggers him, so it gives you an opportunity to do damage. It took me a long time to figure that one out myself, because, like, man, fucking... Those things used to... Yeah, those things beat my ass, man.
Oh, fuck off. Dude, stop being a pussy. Thank you.
The great city of Taurus. Site of the first recorded demon attack in Argent D'Nur. According to the Corax tablet, the city would have been lost had it not been for the arrival of the Slayer.
I go the wrong way. I mean, honestly, now that we've gotten to the end of the season, I'll just say it, Penix's numbers aren't even very good. Like, it really, like, I can't believe we're here, but we're actually at this point where I think we can honestly say Penix wasn't even that good this year compared to the top guys. It was just a month and a half of mediocre quarterback play. Really drug it down, and it's crazy, but I really don't feel like he played that well. I don't know if he's hurt. That's what a lot of people say, maybe, but...
Yeah. His name may be only one letter away from the funny word, but he plays like it's 5 letters away.
Man, how do I get up there? The hell? Okay, what am I missing here? Let me think. Maybe I went the wrong way. How do I get back up? Oh, I can get the secret BFG division. Yeah, that's just instant death. No. Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking wild. Remember how all this batshit insane and, like, spiritually horrifying stuff started happening after they legalized gay marriage? So all the crazy shit the evangelicals said would happen if he did it ended up happening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the people who were against anti euthanasia, you know, who said that, well, you know, you may be in hospice care and you're terminally ill and you're in a lot of pain and all this kind of stuff. And you may want an end to your suffering. We understand that, but if we legalize this stuff, you know, it's going to open a huge can of worms, and a lot of stuff may end up happening you're not really looking forward to. Well, the people who were saying that, just like the evangelicals in the '90s, ended up being 100% correct about the direction that things would go in. As of the 30th, so just a couple days ago, Canada considers itself to be undergoing a mass suicide crisis across the nation. Because, yeah, you know, it turns out a lot of people who had mental illnesses and I want to die, you know, like it's literally government legalized suicide. A lot of people doing it, and they're like, "Oh crap, that's way too many." Uh-oh. Not ideal.
Foxford called it.
Exactly.
We can fast track you to the final procedure right now.
Oh man, I love the little salute that he gave the flag afterward. God, I love Foxford so much. He's my favorite comic character.
Yeah, I mean, Bo made some nice plays, but there was some really bad stuff too. Oh shit, it's an Archvile, or Archville, or however the fuck. That's
Like
gonna be fun.
Archvile.
Yeah. Okay, let me think here. I am going to take a short break, everybody. I
All
don't
right,
think I'm
cool.
going to be going too much longer, but I'm not done quite yet. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I mean, I'm fine with Daniels winning the Heisman. He probably should. But if Bo Nix gets the Heisman over... Like, I don't even think Bo Nix should get it over Penix at this point. Penix beat him twice. And I don't even think Penix should win it either. Okay, where's the Archvile? Crap. Bo Nix is probably in a better situation than Penix, though. Like, Oregon's offense makes everything so easy. Wait a minute, where's the Archvile? Gotta be around here somewhere.
Well, that's sometimes going up against these fucking things is like harder than actual boss fights. Sometimes they just, like, they're actually hiding.
Yeah, that has to be what's going on here. I think he's summoning enemies.
Yeah, that's him there.
Okay.
Yeah, since that's a new enemy type for you. In the future, when you have to go up against these guys, you'll be able to tell that's them. When they're hiding in, like, a fire dome kind of fucking thing, it looks like.
Good.
I think in the spirit of Penix's name being a typo of the funny word, he should consider a sponsorship deal with Volvo.
What about with Adam and Eve?
Well, yeah, that
You do a sponsorship with Adam and Eve.
my fucking eyes hurt. Ugh. Oh my! Check this out.
secret, though. This isn't actually where I'm supposed to go. Ooh, a mastery token. Ooh, that could actually be kind of nice. Hey, that's actually... Who's the LSU head coach again? I forget his name. What now? What you want? Brian Kelly? Supposed to do? Where am I? Huh. Okay, maybe this. Oh. Okay, well, that's great. But... Oh! Shit. I kept pressing buttons thinking there was some way to crouch in this game, and I completely forgot there isn't. I mean, the best season ever is probably Burrow, right? Like, that Burrow's season 4 years ago has to be the best college football QB season ever, right?
I'm afraid I have to disagree. Obviously, Tua's season was better.
The year he shattered his
And
into 300 pieces.
Yes, exactly. Fans in the crowd even were able to gather some of the splinters.
that bomb. Killed lead people. Has to be something down here.
It is written, your hatred for the demons gave the people of Argent a newer home, as it does now on Earth.
Cliff Kingsbury had some crazy good seasons at Texas Tech. I don't know if he's up on that leaderboard, though. That year he had Michael Crabtree to throw to. Remember those years when the San Francisco 49ers had VD and Krabs?
We must move. Quickly. There are those who would seek to stop this. I offer you a gift. Take it. It will give you strength. Help you on your journey. And now, they will fear you.
Huh. Why was that not... How was that not a checkpoint? That was the most obvious checkpoint point I've ever seen in my life. What the hell? Aha. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Yeah, Richard Sherman's going to get in the Hall of Fame. Alright guys, thanks for coming out. I will see you guys later today. Video in the morning. I'll do a little bit. I know it's the weekend, but I'll still have some stuff.